Daniel H. Pink, Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. Embark on a journey that challenges our long-held beliefs about motivation in a drive. The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us by Daniel H. Pink. Delve into the world of intrinsic motivation, Motivation 3.0, and shed light on the limitations of external rewards and punishments. Explore the transformative power of self-determination, the drive for perfection, and our innate longing for meaningful goals. Through vivid examples and intriguing experiments, Pink offers insightful strategies that can foster intrinsic motivation in organizations and individuals alike. Get ready to harness the power of deeply ingrained desires and aspirations to achieve incredible results.
Unleashing Intrinsic Motivation. In 1949, psychologist Harry Harlow debunked the assumption that behavior was dictated solely by external incentives and inner drives. His study with rhesus monkeys showed that their motivation to solve puzzles stemmed from the sheer joy of discovery, not any reward. This phenomenon, called Motivation 3.0, can also be observed amongst the contributors of Wikipedia, who dedicate their time and skills without financial compensation. These intrinsically motivated individuals find fulfillment in their work and do not require any exterior incentives. Understanding and leveraging this inner force can revolutionize the way people approach work and responsibility. Decades ago, Harry Harlow, a distinguished psychology professor, overturned the notion that human and animal behavior was regulated solely by internal urges and external rewards. In an experiment involving 8 rhesus monkeys, Harlow discovered that their desire to solve a mechanical puzzle was not driven by any expected rewards, such as food or praise, but from the sheer enjoyment of figuring it out. This underlying force, known as intrinsic motivation or Motivation 3.0, is also observable in the human world. Take the development of Wikipedia as an example. Countless individuals devote their time and effort to editing and writing articles without any monetary gain or recognition. Their hard work, driven purely by passion and a desire to contribute, has made Wikipedia the colossal success it is today, outperforming its once competitor, Microsoft Encarta. But what exactly is Motivation 3.0? It is an internal driving force that compels individuals to pursue tasks for the simple joy and satisfaction they derive from them. Those intrinsically motivated do not require external rewards, they are content simply by enjoying their work and sharing their abilities. In this mindset, individuals seek autonomy, dictating their schedules, work focus, and responsibilities. In recognizing the power of Motivation 3.0, society can usher in a new understanding of productivity, achievement, and happiness. Encouraging intrinsic motivation in place of external incentives can lead to a profound shift in how people approach their work and contribute to the world. Backfire of incentive tactics. Incentives, such as bonuses or rewards, are often used as a motivational tool to foster better performance. However, these incentives can sometimes lead to negative consequences and hinder efficiency. For example, mechanics provided with a target number of repairs might carry out unnecessary work to meet their goals, ultimately damaging customer trust and hurting the company. Similarly, in an agility test conducted in India, participants promised higher financial rewards performed worse due to the heightened pressure the reward imposed. The incentives ultimately inhibited rather than improved their performance. In another instance, offering incentives led to clouded thinking and diminished resourcefulness. In a creative problem-solving experiment involving fastening a candle to a wall, participants bribed with monetary incentives took notably longer to find a solution compared to those not given the reward. The promise of a reward seemed to impede the wide vision and creativity needed to solve the task at hand. While incentives may be effective in routine tasks like bagging groceries, they can lead to undesirable behavior and lowered performance in more complex or creative tasks. Considering these drawbacks, businesses and organizations should be cautious when implementing incentive-based strategies and evaluate whether their use is ultimately beneficial or counterproductive. Intrinsic to extrinsic motivation. When children explore the world, they display unparalleled intrinsic motivation for learning, growing, and helping others. They eagerly use all their senses to understand their surroundings and advance their skills without external rewards. However, as they age, society introduces them to extrinsic motivations, offering rewards for various tasks. This shift from intrinsic to extrinsic motivations erodes the initial self-driven dedication children possess. A study demonstrated how promising certificates for drawing diminished children's inherent motivation, causing them to only draw for the reward instead of pleasure. Thus, external incentives corrupt intrinsic motivation, transforming people from curious children to reward-seeking adults. Unlocking the flow state. The inner urge to achieve perfection, known as Motivation 3.0, allows individuals to improve in areas that are important to them and demonstrates passionate commitment to their goals. However, many employees feel uncommitted to their jobs due to limited opportunities for personal development, stifling their drive for perfection. Creative individuals often work in a flow state, experiencing intense concentration and passion for their tasks, leading to new levels of achievement. Those who believe in their potential for continuous growth are more likely to work towards bettering their abilities and achieve a flow state in various aspects of life, including their professions. Striving towards unattainable perfection propels individuals closer to excellence and keeps them engaged in their pursuits. Pursuing meaningful goals. Throughout life, individuals often reflect on their accomplishments and seek purpose in their actions. Research from the University of Rochester explored this by asking graduates about their primary objectives, discovering two categories: extrinsic profit-driven or intrinsic meaning-driven goals. Surprisingly, participants who focused on meaningful ambitions experienced greater happiness, fewer psychological issues, and an increased sense of fulfillment. Pursuing personal and societal change proves to be healthier and more satisfying. Engaging in unpaid voluntary activities and prioritizing meaningful goals leads to a more motivated, fulfilled life which, in turn, contributes positively to society. When we reach later stages in life, we naturally ponder the significance of our choices and the impact we've made. But what inspires these actions throughout our existence? By studying young people's quests for meaning, psychologists delve into this intriguing subject. The University of Rochester surveyed its graduates, asking about their most vital life objectives. Responses varied greatly, some aimed for wealth and fame, while others sought personal development or helping others by joining international aid organizations. After tracking the same individuals over time, researchers discovered interesting outcomes. Counterintuitively, graduates who chased profit-driven goals remained discontent, frequently experiencing depression and anxiety, even after achieving high-status positions. On the other hand, those with meaningful objectives reported greater life satisfaction and minimal psychological issues. It seems that working towards self-improvement and societal change serves as a healthier and more fulfilling motivator. People increasingly participate in voluntary unpaid activities, finding purpose and direction in these meaningful goals. Having an overarching mission at the core of our actions is far more enriching and energizing than monetary rewards. As people pursue meaningful lives, they contribute to society while simultaneously drawing strength and satisfaction from their impact. Additional studies echo these findings. Workers thrive in environments where they can donate to charitable causes. Even doctors, traditionally overburdened, feel more fulfilled when allotted time for patient consultations and outreach services. Ultimately, the pursuit of meaningfulness becomes a powerful intrinsic motivator, driving personal and societal transformation. Unleashing self-determination. Self-determination is a powerful tool for modern companies to boost their employees' motivation and productivity. By allowing employees to exercise control over their work schedules and team composition, companies like Google, Medius, Zappos, and Whole Foods have experienced tremendous success. Implementing self-determination in the workplace leads to greater potential for achievement, increased job satisfaction, and reduced risk of burnout. The power of self-determination has long been recognized by successful companies who have harnessed it to unleash their employees' intrinsic motivation. This is achieved by granting workers more control over their work instead of strict supervision. Take Google as an example. By allowing employees to manage their working hours and dedicate 20% of their time to personal innovative ideas, Google has witnessed the birth of popular services like Google News and Google Mail from these moments of self-organization. Similarly, Medius empowers its workers by foregoing set office hours, giving them the autonomy to complete tasks within a certain time frame. The resulting increase in motivation allows employees to have a better work-life balance, such as attending their children's afternoon activities. Zappos, on the other hand, challenges the traditional call center model. By permitting employees to work from home without managerial pressure and freely engage in conversations with customers, Zappos boasts a highly motivated workforce that delivers exceptional customer service and experiences a lower turnover rate compared to typical call centers. Companies like Whole Foods and W.L. Gore and Partner reveal the significance of collaborative team building by involving employees in personnel decisions. These companies place the power to choose in the hands of both workers and managers, fostering a sense of ownership and increased motivation. The key takeaway is that self-determination positively impacts employees' motivation, regardless of their profession. Whether it is determining their working hours or team composition, providing employees with freedom boosts their potential for achievement, improves job satisfaction, and decreases the likelihood of burnout. Embracing self-determination in the workplace is not just a slogan, but an actionable strategy: my task, my time, my team. Unleashing intrinsic motivation. Surprisingly, many companies still rely on extrinsic motivators such as rewards and bonuses to boost productivity. However, it's intrinsic motivation that truly drives creative workers' highest performance. By implementing small changes like offering unexpected attention, allowing employees a say in decision-making, and assigning tasks that challenge abilities without being overwhelming, businesses can successfully unleash intrinsic motivation. Additionally, connecting work to philanthropic endeavors fosters a sense of purpose and dedication among employees, ultimately leading to a more successful and engaged workforce. In today's fast-paced business world, it's astonishing how many organizations still cling to outdated motivational strategies. Instead of focusing on intrinsic motivation, companies dangle rewards and bonuses hoping to entice employees like donkeys with carrots. This approach often results in passivity and lethargy rather than innovation and creativity. Research has shown that when intrinsically motivated, employees accomplish more, which benefits the entire company. To tap into this hidden reservoir of productivity, consider these small but powerful steps. 1. Offer unexpected attention. Spontaneous praise and constructive feedback remind your team of the joy they find in their work, effectively increasing their natural drive to succeed. 2. Involve employees in the decision-making process. When people feel their contributions matter, they become more committed to the company's goals. 3. Provide stimulating tasks. Assign projects that challenge employees' abilities without overwhelming them, enabling their drive for perfection to flourish. 4. Link work to philanthropy. By connecting daily tasks to donations and social initiatives, employees gain a sense of purpose and understand the positive impact of their efforts. Ultimately, businesses that recognize and cater to intrinsic motivation foster a culture of self-determination, growth, and meaningful goals. By upgrading your motivational strategies to version 3.0, you'll cultivate a more dedicated and passionate workforce, encouraging success and innovation for years to come.
As we reach the end of our engaging summary on A Drive, the surprising truth about what motivates us, it's time to reflect on the groundbreaking insights unraveled by DanielHPink. We've examined how the conventional stick-and-carrot approach to motivation often fails, paving the way for a new paradigm centered on intrinsic motivation. We've delved into the concept of motivation 3.0, recognizing the importance of self-determination, the inner drive for perfection, and the pursuit of meaningful goals in fueling one's passion and dedication. Ultimately, fostering these elements both in our workplaces and personal lives can lead to a greater sense of fulfillment, enhanced performance, and nurturing of the inherent creativity and commitment within each individual.